I've spoken before about the concept of recovery strategy. And by recovery strategy, I mean what it is that we do when we may be in a state that we don't especially want to be in to get into one that we would rather be in. But there's something I want to say about where we end up when we do get ourselves out of an unwanted state. In order to illustrate that, I want to tell you something Milton Erickson, the famed MD and hypnotherapist, said once. He said, "In this life, trouble will always find you, so don't go looking for it. It doesn't need your help. And if happiness is what you're looking for, don't assume that happiness is the default." And that's the important point. You know, we tend to thwart ourselves sometimes in our efforts to be a way that we would like to be. That's just the way that humans are for a lot of different reasons. But if you're trying to get yourself out of an unwanted state and you're frustrated by the fact that you haven't ended up in elation or joy or even just happiness, remember, as long as you get yourself to a neutral state, you can then determine where you're going. It's hard to determine that when you're in a state that you don't want to be in, if you're anxious or depressed or having racing thoughts or angry somehow, or you just don't like the way you're feeling. So when you endeavor to get yourself out of a state you don't want to be in into one that you do, don't assume that's going to be happiness. Try just to assume first that it's neutrality, and then see where you go from there. It might make your life a little bit easier.